Hey everyone, welcome back to Student Simple, where students help students. It's that simple. Today we're going to dive into ratios, rates, and proportions. Let's start with understanding ratios. There's a basic question, and that's what is a ratio? Essentially, a ratio is just a way to compare two quantities. For example, imagine I have 2 red pencils. And I also have 3 blue pencils. What would be the ratio of 2 red pencils to 3 blue pencils? Take a moment to write it yourself. The ratio of 2 red pencils to 3 blue pencils would be 2 to 3 because you are comparing the amount of red pencils to blue pencils. This can also be written as a fraction, which is 2 over 3. Just something helpful to keep in mind, ratios always compare the same type of things. You would not compare pencils to pizza. You could, however, compare oranges to oranges. Now, let's level up. Rates are ratios too, but they compare different kind of things. So let's talk about rates. Let's give an example first. I drove 60 miles in 2 hours. Okay? The equation for rate is quantity 1 over quantity 2. So this is the equation. Now let's look back at this problem where I drove 60 miles in 2 hours. The rate would equal to quantity 1, which is 60 miles, over quantity 2, which is 2 hours. So you get a unit rate. Once you divide these two, you get 30 miles per hour. It's that simple. That's basically unit rate. It's saying how much for 1 unit. Alright, let's move on to proportions. A proportion is when 2 ratios are equal. An example of this is 2 to 3 is equal to 4 over 6. These are equal because 4 over 6 simplifies down to 2 over 3 because when each side is divided by 2, you get 2 over 3. Alright, now looking back at this problem, we can also check if it's a proportion or not by cross-multiplying. When you cross-multiply, you multiply opposite sides. For example, you do 3 times 4, and then the other side, you set it equal to 2 times 6. And if this comes out as true, then it's a proportional relationship. So as you can see, 12 equals to 12, and this is proportional. So now let's give an example with a missing number. In this example, we have 3 over 5 equals to x over 10. Now you can do the same thing. We will cross multiply. So you're multiplying 5 and x and 3 and 10. When you multiply 5 and x, you get 5x. And when you multiply 3 and 10, you get 30. So now we have an equation. 5x equals to 30. Divided by 5. Divide by 5. And x equals to 6. And you could also plug that in if you want to check it. So if x equals to 6, then it's 30 equals to 30, and that would also be a proportional relationship. It's very simple, and now you're basically a proportion pro. Let's work on a simple word problem. Sophia runs a snack stand at her school fair. She sells cookies and pizza and slices of pizza. On Monday, she sold 24 cookies and 36 slices of pizza. On Tuesday, she sold 18 cookies and 27 slices of pizza. What is the ratio of cookies to pizza slices on Monday and Tuesday? And if Sophia wants to keep the same cookie to pizza ratio on Wednesday, and she expects to sell 30 slices of pizza, how many cookies should she sell? Let's answer the first question. What is the ratio of cookies to pizza slices on Monday and Tuesday? So if you see on Monday, the ratio of cookie to pizza slices, it would be 24 to 36, because it's 24 cookies to 36 slices of pizza. Now this can be simplified further, and you should always simplify. If you divide it by 12, you get the ratio 2 to 3. This is Monday. So this is Monday. Now we're going to do Tuesday. Take a look at Tuesday. It's 18 cookies to 27 slices of pizza, and this is your ratio, 18 to 27. And you can also simplify this. If you divide each by 9, you get 2 to 3. So that is your ratio. And if you can see, both ratios are the same. So the ratio of cookies to pizza sold is the same on both days. Now let's solve the next part of the problem. It's Wednesday, and she expects to sell 30 slices of pizza using the same cookie to pizza ratio. So the cookie to pizza ratio is 2 to 3. So this is your cookie to pizza ratio, 2 to 3. And you're going to write that as a fraction. Okay, and she wants to sell 30 slices of pizza. So how many cookies should she sell? Let's say cookies is X. And because it's cookies to pizza, we're going to have 30 slices of pizza on the bottom. And now we do everything that we've done before. We'll cross multiply. So you get 3x equals to 60. So x equals to 20 when you divide 60 by 3. So Sophia should sell 20 cookies on Wednesday. That's it for today. If this helped you understand the topics better, please consider liking and subscribing because it goes a long way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.